Hi guys, Mike here from Arrigo Outdoor Adventures. Today we're going to be doing just a simple cooking video. I'm going to share my favorite venison recipe with you and we'll just see how you like it. I know everyone that I've shared it with that has tried it or that I've cooked it for is completely surprised that it's even venison and how good it tastes. So here we are. Let's start right here. This is just the loin of the deer. We like to, us deer hunters call it the backstraps, okay? And what I've done and what I do is I use this particular seasoning right here, and I am not sponsored by them, but Grill Mates, McCormick, if you want to sponsor me, feel free. This is called Smokehouse Maple. What I do after I trim my meat up, I sprinkle this all over it, and I have a vacuum sealer. And then I vacuum seal the meat, put it in my freezer, and then when I pull it out after, I like to give it at least 4 to 6 weeks in the freezer. And by vacuum sealing it, it absorbs the seasonings deep into the meat, just like marinating it without having to take the time to marinate it the time before it. You pull out the freezer, thaw it, it's ready to go. So what I do, what the trick is, as you can see here, hickory smoked bacon. Now, I prefer the smoked bacon over the sugar cured because this already has plenty of sugar in it. So, and then we're cooking it on charcoal in the smoke. That way the two flavors don't fight each other. You don't have too much sugar. You're doing the smoke with the smoke, so it pulls it all in together. So let me show you how I prepare it here. I like to put a little slice down the center. I don't want to go all the way through the meat. Sometimes I just take a dab of our bacon grease that we've recently cooked the bacon on, put that in the center of it, and there are 2 recipes that I believe are definitely inspired by God, if you believe in that stuff, which I do. That is the recipe to cook bacon, to make bacon, that had to come from God, and ranch dressing. Those are the 2 recipes that have to be God inspired. They gotta be. Because I mean, everything goes with bacon. Every time we eat something, we go, you know what this is missing? Bacon. So there you have it. So back to showing how I do this. I put some bacon grease in the middle. You can stuff a piece of bacon in there if you want. But we're doing something a little different with the bacon grease. And then I simply wrap it with the bacon. Because you got to remember, venison is a very, very lean meat, okay? There's no fat in it, virtually no fat. I mean, if you were to buy it, it's probably about 98% lean, which means it can be very, very dry. So, we add the bacon and the bacon grease, that gives it a little bit of fat, okay? Because if you're like me, I like my meat moist. I don't want it to be dried out. And when you cook it, you have to cook it medium. If you cook this thorough, the longer you cook it, the tougher it's gonna get, okay? Because there is no marbling in the meat. So, anyway, I'll finish prepping these and then I will show you how we cook it. Okay guys, here we are. Here we have the venison prepped. It's all ready to go. We're gonna put it on the rotisserie and I will show you how that works. Stay tuned. Here we have it on the grill over here on the rotisserie. I have it on the charcoal. I'm going to cook it till it's a nice medium to keep it moist. And we'll show you the end result here in a minute. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we just pulled it off the grill and look down at our finished product. There it is, cooked to perfection. Look how nice and juicy it is. I mean, it is right there. You cook it for approximately 20 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how hot your charcoal is. Make sure you regulate the heat of your charcoal. I like to keep it right around 250 to 300. If you get over 300, it has a tendency to burn the outside without the inside getting cooked. And then if you overcook the venison, it's going to be dry and tough. So you want to get it just right at that pink, just after the pink, depending, and it should be absolutely perfect. So stay tuned for more cooking videos on Arrigo Outdoor Adventures. Thanks for watching.